There's one thing about power hitting. A player like you, the way you maneuvered the field, the bowlers, and it's a thankless art. Being a finisher.
I don't think it's thankless because I feel you get paid enormously well because these days finisher role is a very niche role and people are starting to see the value in having a finisher even if they play much lesser balls compared to the top order.
RCB Jitesh was your pet project. He spoke very highly how you changed his mindset and all everything. Any pet project in this league or anyone at a domestic level you want to work with?
I think you have a very noble thought and it's very good that Jitesh feels that way about me. But when you're a player, the amount of time that you can spend in trying to influence a player is more through actions. When you're a coach, the dynamic is very different.
Hello everyone, you're watching TI Sports. We have with us Dinesh Karthik, Sarja Warriors. Dinesh, first thing first, you're being part of SA20, being mentor, played the. This is a new challenge, new league. How do you see this league? And if you could talk about the players and the franchise overall.
First up, SA20 is a very different tournament. All 6 are IPL teams and it's very well supported. Domestic system, domestic players are very strong. This is a very different setup because it's an associate nation. You obviously don't have the strength and quality that a current test playing nation would have. That's a big difference. In terms of crowd as well, I don't think it'll be as much or anywhere close to what SA20 can have. So the dynamics of this tournament is very different. In SA20, 7 players, local play, 4 foreigners. Here, a lot more foreigners play, so that we have about 8 out of the 11 that will be foreigners and 3 from associate nations. So the dynamics is very different. Speaking about Sharjah Warriors, I think it is very nice to see somebody like Capri Global who are willing to invest into the sport. Not only cricket, they've invested in kabaddi as well, and seeing how well their daughter is into sport, it is a great opportunity for them as a company to go through the ebbs and flows of what it means to be part of sport. So representing them is something that I'm very happy about. They are slowly but steadily growing the ranks in the sporting world, and I wish them all the success, and I'm happy to represent them and do the best that I can.
RCB Jitesh was your pet project. I spoke to him in Dubai only during Asia Cup, before the Asia Cup. He spoke really highly how you changed his mindset and all everything. Any pet project in this league or anyone at a domestic level you want to work with, you kind of ki haan yaar, like thoda sa can, because that position, that 5 and 6 is very crucial.
I think you have a very noble thought and it's very good that Jitesh feels that way about me. But when you're a player, the amount of time that you can spend in trying to influence a player is more through actions. When you're a coach, the dynamic is very different. So I'm more than happy to see if I get an opportunity to try and influence somebody while playing, but have to say that Jitesh is someone I've enjoyed working with, and there are many such players in this league as well. Whenever I get time, I'll try and spend a little bit and see if I can help them in any way.
There's one thing about power hitting. Aapka game, your game was pretty different. There's a player like Tim David, who can hit through the wind, like bahut zyada. But how you, a player like you, the way you maneuvered the field, the bowlers, and and it's a thankless art, being a finisher. How important is that role, and why it is such a difficult thing, and why there are so few players across the globe? Let's talk about India only. There are very, very few players who can do that, finish that job, can do the dirty job work.
First of all, I don't think it's thankless because I feel you get paid enormously well because these days finisher role is a very niche role and people are starting to see the value in having a finisher even if they play much lesser balls compared to the top order. I don't think it's dirty because I feel there is so much work to do and it is very challenging. You encounter a lot more failures in the middle role there than as an opener or a top order batter because the volume of balls you face is much lesser and you have to take a lot more risks. So when somebody like Tim David, who according to me is the best middle order batsman in the world, you see him bat and there is a lot of method to how he goes about playing those shots. It's not blind hitting. It is so much skill and technique that he's harnessed, worked on and proving himself and to the world how good he can be and how consistent he can be. So I feel there is a lot of skill that goes into it. Also, plenty of mental aptitude is required to understand what to do in a certain situation. So I think it's a very fun job if you enjoy it.
One question on that power hitting. There's a science behind it, right? Everyone has different game plan. But what's the science? How do you guys prepare for it? The range hitting, the power hitting, the base. Everyone talks about कि ऐसा करना, but this, like, I'll have to tell the guys कि ऐसा करना है? I mean, अगर under the week खेलना है, there's a manual, coaching manual. How do you coach number 5, number 6, a middle order batter who is working on his power hitting?
First the flow, the position, then how you use various, like a good wide base. You know, you need to be beside the line. Small things, and you need to work one step at a time and see what you're lacking and what you can be better at. And that way you have to improve.
Okay. Oh, thank you, DK. Thank you.